Today we're talking about kiln loading hack. We're talking about loading a bisque kiln. And so if you do pottery or you know pottery, you know that when you load a bisque kiln, things can touch each other, right? Like if you have them like this.
Actually, you don't want to do that because that top cup, you're wedging it into the bottom cup and you might crack that rim in the bottom cup. So don't do that, please.
Or you like have them like this and you fire it up to, like what we're gonna fire this to is cone 06, then they can touch and they'll still come apart. But when they have glaze on them, then if they're touching, then the glaze will attach to itself and it then will be like fused together. And that's no bueno, no good. So the best and most efficient way to load a bisque kiln is to actually not use any kiln shelves or kiln posts or kiln furniture or anything, but to just tumble stack it. So you're actually just like putting a mug here, and then you're putting a mug here, and then you're putting a mug here, and then you're putting a mug here, all the way up, so that you totally use every little part of the kiln. Whew. And it's much safer to do it in the kiln than it is to do it in my hands. So you can see how efficient it is to really tumble stack and stack as much as you can and get as much in there. It's super efficient to not use the posts, to not use the shelves, and to just use the mugs as pieces. And so for a long time I was scared that like the weight of it would break, but the stuff is really strong. If you're an experienced potter and experienced thrower and the stuff is really dry, that's probably the most important thing, is that you make sure that the pots that are going in there are really bone dry, because you do not want anything exploding in there, because if obviously you think if a bottom one explodes that they all come tumbling down, as one might say.